Good, my name is Frank de Winkel and I'm going to expose you about the organ of speech. Vocal tract. The space between the two vocal cords is called the gluteus. By varying this space, we are able to give the sound the appropriate quality of tone and volume. However, the sound produced for the strings is very big, weak, and in order for others to hear it, it must be amplified. This amplification takes place in the nasal, vocal, and pharyngeal resonators, where modifications are produced that consist in increasing the frequency E of certain sounds and decreasing others. Once the human voice leaves the resonator, it is shaped by the articulators, transforming into speech sounds, phonemes, syllables, and words. The organ of speech. The speech as a sound or acoustic manifestation of language develops and expands of other organs and anatomical function that is as a response functional system as previously characterized. Explaining in a simple and intelligible way, it can be said that the production and emission of verbal sound are due to the action or sequence, synchronous and automatic operation of the following elements: a stream of air, which is produced by the lungs and respiratory muscle, a sound vibrator made up of the vocal cords found in the larynx, and NREI made up of the mouth, nose, and throat, articulator made up of the lips, teeth, hard palate, soft palate, jaw. The four elements generate the speech sound in the following order. First, the long supply, the column of air tubes, passing through the bronchi and trach, will sound the vocal cords in the larynx. It is the larynx where the voice is properly produced in its fundamental tone and harmonics. Then it undergoes atomization in the resonance box of the nose, mouth, and throat, in which the voice tone is amplified and formed. The articulated organs, lips, teeth, heart, palate, soft palate, jaw, are finally going to shape the sound column, transforming it into sounds articulation of speech, that is, phonemes, syllables, and words. Place articulation. The point of articulation is the place in the vocal tract where articulation occurs. It is also called a place of articulation. Articulation is normally produced by the approach or contact between a fins and the mother articulator. Articulation is the process by which the sound, which has been generated in the vocal cords, is modified by the effect the movements on the articulating organs, which after the resonance of the sound in the supraglottic cavities, the oral cavity and the cavity nasal, that is, once the sound has passed through the vocal cords. The moving organ or active articulator of the mouth modifies this sound as it exits to the outside. Thus, the lip, the jaw, the bell, the uvula, and the large mouth under their different positions are responsible for generation the almost centus different sounds that we can create in the language of the world. Manner of articulation. For the mode of articulation, consonants are divided into stop, affricate, nasal, and liquid. A stop consonant, from the Latin occlusion, complete closure of the vocal channel of articulation. They are produced by making a total closure of the oral tract. In this way, the column of air comes to a complete stop at a hidden place and time. P, T, B, D, G. Fricative consonants. For the Latin care to scrub. There is a small constriction in the oral tract. The exit of the air column through the mouth is continuous, creating turbulence in some of the organs of the mouth. F, S, and X. Consonant affricate. From the Latin affricate to rough, the suffix combination, occlusion and friction produce the type of mixed phonemes. C, H. The nasal cavity as is a resonance box. As for its realization, occlusion occurs at some point in the speech apparatus. The nasal are similar to the voiced consonant, except for the fact that the column of A comes out through the nose while the vocal cords continue to breathe. Thus they are also sound. Example N or N. Liquid consonant. The Greek called them liquid. They are divided into vibrant and lateral because there is a closure in some of the filters in the oral cavity. Liquid consonants are as stop. Example R or L. Resonator. The resonator are the cavities located above the vocal folds. Together they form the vocal tract, in which the sound produced will be modified and made audible. The shape and position of the resonant cavity will depend on the tone or our voice. The resonators are responsible for transmitting the low frequency of the voice through our skeleton. So if you cover your ears and speak, you will not have your voice reversed and you come to breathe in a deer like interval. The resonance of the voice is supported by the body, cranial, thoracic, and the facial resonance. Y bueno, thank you for your attention, and I hope you like my presentation.